If you're in the market for a backpack sprayer offering that's specifically targeted at the DIY community, click on the right video. Coming up, I'm going to share a new backpack sprayer that has a lot of advantages over the competition at a very attractive price. Let's get started. So the sprayer we're going to be focusing on today is a new offering from the nice folks at Yard Mastery. Now I'm going to be comparing this guy to two sprayers that I have quite a bit of experience with, the Chapin 24 volt and the Flowzone Typhoon 2. Now, spoiler alert, this sprayer does have an advantage that neither of its competition does, so be sure to keep watching to find out what that is. All three sprayers have 4-gallon tanks, but let's really dig into what separates them, starting with pressures and flow rates. First up is the Chapin 24 volt sprayer. The Chapin runs at 35 to 40 psi and supports a flow rate of around half a gallon per minute. This puts it in third place among the competition. Next up is the Flowzone Typhoon 2. Now this guy supports pressures of 70 psi and 115 psi and is selectable with a switch here that's on the side. I really am a big fan of these toggle switches because it's much easier to know what pressure you're running at, either low pressure or high pressure. I'm not really a fan of those sprayers that have the potentiometer because you never really know what pressure and also flow rate the sprayer is running at. Now the Flowzone will flow 0.64 gallons per minute, which is pretty good, and that equates to around 90 seconds to output 1 gallon of water when you're using the included 25-degree green tip. Finally, we have the Yard Mastery sprayer. This guy supports 2 flow rates, much like the Flowzone. It supports the same toggle switch. I really like just having a dual switch, dual setting. As far as pressures, it supports a pressure of 40 psi and then 90 psi. And as far as flow rates, it comes in first place at 1 gallon per minute, which puts it, again, far above each of these guys. What that equates to essentially is that when you're putting out 1 gallon of product, this sprayer is going to take right around 76 to 77 seconds to do that in my testing. And that's using the same green tip, the same 25-degree green tip that's included with both the Flowzone and the Yard Mastery sprayer. So that's really cool. Moving on to comfort, this is where the Flowzone Typhoon 2 really shines. It has the thickest straps out of the three, along with a really nice padded back area that makes this really comfortable to wear for extended periods of time. Also included are some waist straps that, again, if you're wearing this for extended periods of time or you're going from lawn to lawn, if you're like a lawn care pro, this is going to be much easier to wear for extended periods of time without fatiguing you. In second place is the Yard Mastery sprayer. Now this guy has a foam padded back along with straps that are more than adequate for DIY. Now this sprayer isn't as comfortable as the Flowzone from a standpoint of the straps that are included with it, but if you think about who this is targeted at, in the DIY space, it's rare that you can be wearing a backpack sprayer for more than 30 minutes to an hour at a time. And for that case, the Yard Mastery is more than adequate. So Flowzone definitely number 1, Yard Mastery number 2 as far as comfort for straps and overall padding. In last place is the Chapin. Now, to call these straps or call these padded straps is a little bit generous, but again, for someone that's just using this in a DIY capacity, it's more than adequate. I mean, you're not gonna be wearing this for extended periods of time, so you can throw this on, get your products applied, and then you're done. But as far as comfort, Flowzone by far between the waist and the highly padded back, Yard Mastery in second, and then the Chapin in a distant third. Onto batteries and runtime. The Yard Mastery sprayer, much like the Flowzone, sports a sealed battery compartment on the back. This is really good because it helps keep water and the elements away from the electrical contacts, which is going to increase the longevity of the sprayer. The battery for the Chapin is mounted below the tank, which makes it the most exposed of the three. Now, when it comes to actual runtime, the Yard Mastery supports a runtime of approximately 2 hours, which is along the lines of what the Chapin does. To test this, I ran 6 tankfuls full of water through the sprayer, and I didn't see any noticeable drop in pressure. Now keep in mind, 6 tanks fulls of product equates to about 24,000 square feet of coverage, which is plenty for most home lawns. Most of you guys don't have lawns nearly along that size. In first place is the Flowzone Typhoon 2. It has a runtime of approximately 3 hours, which you kind of expect given the battery sizes. The Yard Mastery sprayer comes with a 2.6 amp hour battery, and the Flowzone Typhoon 2 comes with a 5.2 amp hour battery. So this is twice the size as this guy. Now, pro tip, the mounting system for these batteries is exactly the same, so you can actually use the Flowzone battery in the Yard Mastery sprayer without issue. It drops right in and closes behind the door perfectly. It's always nice to know that in a pinch, the Flowzone battery will work in the Yard Mastery sprayer without issue and also give you more runtime if that's something that you guys really need. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest reasons why you want to choose the Yard Mastery sprayer over these two and why this is my new favorite sprayer. sprayer tips. Now, while you can get decent results using the included green tip that comes with the Yard Mastery and Flowzone sprayers, it's really best to use a tip that's optimized for the type of product that you're applying to your lawn. To that end, the people at Yard Mastery include 2 professional tips from TeeJet, along with a quick disconnect fitting for using them. The first is a red 110-degree tip that is optimized for foliar product applications. Next up is a white flood jet tip, which really needs to be used with products that need to get down into the soil to work best. Examples of this include things like pre-emergent, liquid insecticides, and certain soil amendments. Now, it's really cool that Yard Master's included both those tips with the sprayer for no additional cost. That really brings us to the best part about the sprayer, which is pricing. Now, depending on what sales happen to be running at the time, expect to pay around $180 for the Chapin 24-volt sprayer. For the Flowzone Typhoon 2, these are going to go for around $320 to $330 if you can find them in stock. One of the biggest issues with the sprayer is that while it's a great sprayer, finding them in stock is really challenging. And then finally, the Yard Mastery sprayer comes in between these two at $295. So it's $180 for the Chapin, $330 to $340 for the Flowzone, and $295 for the Yard Mastery sprayer. Now, if you think about that, this sprayer flows more, includes 2 professional tips, and costs less than its closest competitor. Really compelling reason to choose the Yard Mastery sprayer over the Flowzone Typhoon 2. Now, once you've chosen your sprayer, calibrating it is really important for getting the most out of any of your product applications. To help with that, I've got a video right here that shows a process that's super easy to follow. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.